Well, hello and welcome to this special presentation of high school basketball here on Cable Access. I'm referee Rich DeLeo. Bernie Jubek is with me, and it's time once again. This year it's the 16th annual Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic featuring the best seniors from Central Pennsylvania against the best seniors from Blair County. And Bernie, we just came through a very successful year for a lot of teams, and it's great to see these seniors all get together for one final time, some as rivals, now teammates, and some as rivals and still rivals.
Absolutely, Rich. Hey, I have to tell you, I missed you last year, but I was in 80-degree weather with the sunshine, and I was thinking about you. But
you didn't miss me too much then.
But nevertheless, but you are right. I mean, this is a great way for some of these seniors to end their careers, high school careers, obviously, and they're going to have a lot of fun doing it, and I think it's going to be a competitive game at both ends this evening.
And, you know, as I said on my morning radio show recently, this is a way for a lot of these kids to say goodbye to the game because this will be the last time they play high school. Some will move on to college. Some will move on to college and not play or maybe play another sport. But here with this game, you know, in the spirit of Big John Riley, who the Scholarship Fund provides college scholarships for some of these athletes, Bernie, this was what he enjoyed more in life. Getting people together, getting these kids together from different schools, as I said, played against each other a lot. Now some on both teams get to play with one another, at least for one night, and that's what Big John was all about.
And Rich, you're absolutely right. Mr. Riley, you know, when I moved here, you know, was obviously a very big part of athletics, you know, NWTAJ. And once again, he'd be very proud. I'm sure he's up in heaven as well as he and his wife and Tom, and just enjoying what has taken place since he unfortunately has passed away. You know, Neil has done a great job. We'll talk more about him later. That's how we get paid. We have to talk about Neil.
Well, there has to be some pain in the. But no, we're just kidding. Neil and the Mirror staff do a great job of
absolutely,
you know, putting this game on and keeping the tradition alive, and that's what makes it nice. Because Blair County, we're steeped in a lot of traditions, and fortunately, this is one of them. So hats off to Neil and everyone at the Altoona Mirror.
Yeah, Rich, and I'll tell you, you know, Neil has really done a yeoman's job, in my opinion. Again, we'll talk more about that. Taking over this game, but the Blair County Hall of Fame, I mean, he's done a lot of things under the radar, if you would, but again, does a great job of everything that he does.
All right, what we're going to do right now is we're going to turn things over to the public address announcer so you can meet all the players here.
This model of perseverance overcame not one but two ACL injuries and returned to lead the Bishop Guilfoyle Lady Marauders, number 4, Bella Adams. Yet another senior who overcame an injury but returned at midseason to help lead Altoona to the Mid-Penn title game, number 23, Brooklyn Barron. The Lady Lions also featured a post presence who was a defensive force inside, a top rebounder, number 24, Harley McGurk. She averaged 16 per game at Tyrone and contributed to a pair of District 6 titles. She's headed here to Penn State Altoona, number 20, Kaylin Gibbons. Williamsburg advanced to the PIAA quarterfinals on this player's buzzer-beating putback. Please welcome number 15, Jade Parker. Staying in Williamsburg, a 4-year starter and a 2-year captain, whose Lady Pirate roots run deep. Number 14, Kendall Norris. This Williamsburg standout gave the Pirates a post presence and double-figure scoring. Number 3, Jayla Woodruff. A rebounder and shot blocker. She's also the District 6 pole vault champion, Leah Worthing. Her Lady Blue Devil cohort has left her mark as well. She's 4th all-time in assists and 11th in scoring at Bellwood Annis. Number 30, Chelsea Mikulski. Hollidaysburg enjoyed an unbeaten regular season, thanks in no small part of this 6-footer. She's headed to Bloomsburg, number 34, Allison Hanachek. And the Lady Tigers floor leader, floor general, a 4-year letter winner and a team captain. She'll play her college ball at Lock Haven. Number 1, Cindy Lear. Blair County assistant coaches for the game are Dean Adams, Jill Heilman, Tim Keach, and Cassie Bach. All of Hollidaysburg area high school. This year's Blair County head coach is a winner and always has been. As a player at Altoona High School, she was part of 2 state championship teams. She played in 3 NCAA tournaments as a 4-year starter at St. Francis. As an assistant coach in another 3 for the Red Flash. She won 201 games in 13 seasons. As a Hollidaysburg's head coach, and this year's team was 25-1. Please welcome Deanna Jubek. Now let's meet the Central PA team. A 4-year starter and a team leader for the Bishop Carroll Lady Huskies. Number 33, Madison Ostanovsky. This versatile player was a spark plug for Portage. She bounced back from an ACL surgery. Number 20, Maddie Hudak. A 3-year starter and a double-figure scorer for the Lady Mustangs. Number 3, Ari Wojdak. Standing on that side of the Crescent Mountain, this player averaged a double-double for Penn Cambria. Number 12, Emily Hike. And this Lady Panther was Penn Cambria's top scorer, who made a game-time 3-pointer to force overtime in the PIAA playoffs. Number 13, Abby Crossman. Glendale was blessed with a double-double post player, who was the Clearfield Progress Player of the Year. Headed to Mansfield, number 55, Minya Easterling. The 3rd leading rebounder in the history of the Tradition Rich program at Bishop McCourt, and a 1,000-point scorer. Number 1, Bria Bear. The leading scorer in Chestnut Ridge history, with 1,473 points. This Bedford County gym is headed to UPJ. Number 10, Belle Bosch. A 3-time Indiana Gazette All-Star, who averaged a double-double and helped lead Homer Center to the PIAA Class 2A championship game. Number 42, Molly Kosbach. Her teammate could also fill it up. She's the 2nd leading scorer in Homer Center history with 1,700 plus points. Number 25, Macy Sardone. Speaking of scoring, this Somerset County product proved to be, or poured in 2,349 points at Shane. She's headed to Frostburg State. Number 4, Jenna Muha. Our final Central PA player is Mifflin County's all-time scoring leader, but she's known equally for her passing. The latest in a long line of Gingrich family standouts, she's headed to the New Jersey Institute of Technology. Number 22, Marissa won the school's first District 6 title last year. For his day job, he's employed as a common pleas judge in Mifflin County. Please welcome Aaron Gingrich. Tonight's officials are Clark Edelman, Courtney Cesiri, and Emma Musser.
All right, so there you have it. And Bernie, we have a lot of long bloodlines here, a lot of athletic lines, and a lot of good family lines.
You're right about that, Richard. You know, once again,
We're going to stand for the anthem here, if we can.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early night was so proudly we had the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, no one can do it pretty much better than Henry Hansard, our national anthem singer tonight. And once again, Bernie, a lot of talent on this floor tonight. Again, a lot of these girls, some of them moving on to college, some of them will be, headed to college without playing athletics. But just a great night for everybody. I love the fact that this game still is steeped rich in tradition. And again, look at the girls mingling out there. Again, some rivals, now friends, and here tonight, it's all for a great cause. Let's just hope we just have a nice, smooth game tonight.
Yeah, again, no one gets hurt, Rich. Have fun, and that's what it's all about, as you said, and again, for a good cause. But again, a showcase of these seniors, the best in Blair County, and the surrounding areas. And Neil and his staff, Buck Frank, do a great job. Mike Boyd, we got to give a lot of credit to Mike, who really does a fantastic job in doing high school sports for the Altoona Mirror. So it's been just outstanding, and looking forward to seeing some of these girls play in the last game as a high school player.
Now, when this was the Big John Riley Classic, I, along with the rest of the media, and when it was just Blair and Cambria County, I and other media people were actually on the selection committee with Tommy Riley. And, of course, Tommy was spearheading it at that time. And I know what the selection process is like. So it's very deep, it's very intense, and it's hard to pick a certain number of players out of all the seniors that play in Blair County in central Pennsylvania. So I know what it's like to select a team. It's very difficult.
Yeah, and Rich, I'm going to stop you for a minute, because I'll tell you what, in a very nice gesture by Coach Jubeck, number 21, Taylor Lane, who's actually hurt, and we'll talk more about her. She actually is starting the game, though she has injury and cannot play, and that is unfortunate.
All right, the ball's in the air, and it's going to be controlled by no one, because I don't think everybody got the rehearsal right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll try it again. It's Jenna Muha for Central PA, and it'll be Brooklyn Barron.
My guess is they're going to let
Taylor score. Yeah.
I would hope so.
Now we're going to put the ball up again. It'll be controlled by Blair County. Goes up to Taylor Lane, and she's going to lay it up, and she scores.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, she played for Coach Chris Flegel, outstanding. Chris said she passed first, saw her open teammates, a very vocal leader in practice and games. And unfortunately, she got hurt. And that's a chance you play, you take in any sport. But again, a nice gesture by Deanna Jubeck.
Yeah, and it's too bad, Bernie, that she had to miss her senior year. And you hate to see a kid get hurt at any point,
Yes.
at any time, but especially senior year. And when, and she was a big part of Altoona's plans too, but they recovered nicely. And I think we're going to have the same here for Central PA as Marissa Gingrich goes down the lane with hardly any resistance. So we're tied at 2. Now I think we'll get down to basketball.
Now we're ready to play, Rich.
All right, that is Blair County with it. That's Sydney Lear from Hollidaysburg, and rebound is taken out by Central PA. Gingrich up ahead to a cutting Macy Sardone, and she lays it in. And it's 4-2 for Central PA, and we're going to try to keep up with the scoring as best, but Bernie is going to be telling you about these kids individually throughout the game as a long shot goes in, out, and back in for Kaylin Gibbons of Tyrone. And that was a 2-pointer, and we're tied at 4.
Yeah, young lady from Tyrone, 16.6 points a game for Tyrone. And again, nice shot by her.
Now a pass down underneath intended for Jenna Muha, and she was tied up down there by Chelsea Mikulski. I think her name affectionately and nickname is Chuck at Bellwood. I think so. So they will get the inbound off the tie up, and stealing the inbound was Brooklyn Barron, and off to the races goes Mikulski. She's going to get on the left lane. Shot blocked by Bear, and Blair County gets it back. Brooklyn Barron with it. Over to Sydney Lear, Hollidaysburg, of course, with a great season at 25-1. And Sydney hits the jumper. And it's now 6-4. And usually these games are pretty high scoring, so look for a high scoring game.
Right. And Deanna said Sydney was a real great leader in practice, practiced hard, played hard, and again, got others to really move in practice and into games, and became, according to Deanna, a great role model for the for the program.
Gingrich misses the 3-point field goal, and then a tie-up on the rebound comes over to Blair. With 8:05 to go in the first quarter, it's 6-4 Blair County. And the Central PA Stars have had pretty much the run of this series in both the boys and girls divisions. There's a long, long three-pointer from Allison Hadajek, and the rebound comes off to Central PA. And up ahead on the break is Muha. Her shot may have been blocked by Hadajek, and Central PA controls the rebound. I don't think we'll see too many fouls, Burn. I think they just want to let them play.
And let them play, right?
Yeah, let them play. You don't really want, a physical game here. Long three-pointer from Bear is missed, and the rebound fought for out of bounds, last touched by Central PA's Macy Sardone, it looks like.
I say this with tongue-in-cheek, Rich, as long as it's not like an NBA All-Star game.
Oh,
they score like 290 points.
There's nothing like an NBA All-Star game. I don't think anything can get that bad. All right. Into the lineup, that's Hadajek with it, a stalwart player for Hollidaysburg, and in their incredible run over the last 2 years. A three-pointer is missed by Lear. Rebound comes off to Allison Hadajek, and that's her forte, Bernie. She gets a lot of those points like that, and it's 8-4.
She's got great feet, great hands, Rich, and just did a nice job for Hollidaysburg this past year, actually all the years that she has played.
Central PA with the ball. Bear has it. Down low, cutting to the basket is Muha. She goes up with a shot, hits the deck. Air ball, and Brooklyn Barron rebounds for Blair County. She's going to try to start a fast break. Stops at the top of the circle. Now Mikulski goes in for 3. She hits. So Blair, after actually getting the first basket, now out to an 11-4 lead. All right, driving down the lane is Gingrich. She misses, and the rebound is put back by Central PA. That's no good. And Hadajek rebounds. Up ahead, fast break for Blair County. Throwing up a shot is Sydney Lear. Missed everything, and Central PA back the other way. Gingrich with the ball comes from the Gingrich family. You talk about a long bloodline. And Hadajek blocks that shot, and she takes it out of the air. Another strong point of her game, Bernie. Just a strong person underneath. And a shot block at the other end by Macy Sardone. But Bernie, the Gingrich name, the Gingrich family in Mifflin County, been there since the back to the days of Krista Gingrich, who may have been the best player in Central Pennsylvania ever. One of the 5 best that I've ever seen. And she ended up playing at Duke.
Played very well, and again, there's a lot of good players, Rich, as you said, that we could go down a lineage and see, but she was very, very good, no doubt.
All right, Gibbons gets the inbounds pass to Hadajek, foul line right. Guarded there by Mina Easterling of Glendale. Glendale, who had a nice playoff run a year ago, didn't quite make it this year. They made the playoffs but did not win, but had a big win over BG in the 2022 playoffs. And Mina Easterling was a main reason why.
Not saying a lot for Glendale. I mean, please no offense to the people from Glendale that are listening, but their program struggled for years, but they're up and comers and again played very well and deserved all the accolades that they have had.
With the ball now is Belle Bosch, one of the main contributors for the Chestnut Ridge program, and Belle with 1,400 plus points. And Belle was one of the premier players in Districts 5 and 6, and she hits that, and it's 11-6. Hadajek stops about a 17-footer in and out. And the rebound comes off to Central PA, and here comes Gingrich again. Up ahead on the fly, and the shot goes for Macy Sardone, and Central PA coming back now. It's 11-8 with just about half the quarter gone here at Penn State Altoona. Got to give kudos to the Penn State folks, Bernie, for rolling out the red carpet, opening the doors, and hosting these wonderful games, and just a beautiful facility here at Adler.
You're right, Rich. Facilities Director John Carey, Chancellor Ron Darbo, and Brett Baird, the AD. Kudos to them once again because they did a great job of opening their doors for this game, and again for a good cause, and real nice.
Sydney Lear with that three for Blair. It's 14-8. And Sardone gets her third field goal of the quarter, and it's now 14-10. 4:27, clock moving first quarter, and I'm not going to jinx it as Hadajek gets by Easterling and lays it in. We haven't had a foul called yet. No, I just jinxed it, I know.
Allison, again, 1,000-point scorer, going to Bloomsburg, majoring in business. Rich, again, she said her late mom, she really admired her. She said she succeeded in her athletic career and asked Allison to do her best. And, that's a very nice gesture.
Bria Bear from Bishop McCourt goes down and misses the layup. Hadajek saves the ball from going out of bounds and gets it back into Mikulski. Chelsea,
nice
down low, nice pass. Woodring, or not Woodring, but Gibbons is going to give it to Sydney Lear to finish off. Now that's a textbook fast break.
I'll tell you, Rich, nice to see that type of teamwork in an all-star game. Very unselfish play on the fast break. Very nice. Nicely
18-10 for Blair with 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. I guess we're going to go We're going to go quarter, and then it's up to the coach who plays in the final 10 minutes. Ball stolen away by Gibbons, and boy, she was a big factor in Tyrone's success this year. And Sydney Lear out to her teammate from Hollidaysburg, Hadajek. Allison drives down low. There it is. The first foul of the night. I should have just kept my mouth shut. That's what my dad always told me.
Did you listen?
No, absolutely not. And picking up the foul was Sarah Helsel.
As said before the game,
Vegas,
Rich Gibbons going to PSU Altoona, wants to major in early childhood education. English is her most, how about that? That doesn't even good. Here's her favorite class. And again, she says her parents and coaches, Coach Rhodes, who pushed her to become the player she is, and that's again a nice gesture.
Well, just as I talked about the substitutions, there they come. So now we got 8 new players into the lineup. We'll get you their names as we go along. First free throw was missed by Allie, and she's going to be replaced if she hits this one, and she does. And we'll get you the names here in just a moment. It's 19-10 for Blair with 3:15 left in the quarter. Inbounding the ball is Emily Height of Penn Cambria.
You should be good at this, Rich. You're a hockey guy.
Maddie Runk. Well, yeah, but I'm not used to doing hockey play-by-play. All right, Kosmak, Molly Kosmak into the line. Down low to Easterling, and Mina gets the basket, and she'll get an old-fashioned three-point opportunity here.
I'll tell you, averaged 19.6 points a game for Glendale under Brian Kuhn. Just did a great job, and she broke the school rebounding record, and again, very agile. Watched her in practice on Wednesday. Just great feet, Rich. Watched her at the practice at the Summit.
And Harley McGurk just into the lineup for Blair County, picked up that foul as Blair County has it now with a 19-12 lead. Nice turnaround 360 move from McGurk, and she missed the shot. Beautiful move there. Nice fake and a drive by Emily Height, and she hits the basket. So the scoring definitely picking up here. And it is 19-14 for Blair with 2.5 minutes to go. Long three-point field goal for Jayla Woodruff of Williamsburg, no good, but gets her own rebound.
You know,
down
Rich,
for 2, and she hits.
I coached Emily's coach in high school, Keith. He never made a move like Emily just did.
Maybe he taught her how to do it. Showed her in slow motion, maybe, right? All right, Central PA with the ball. There's a long, high arcing 3 from the side from Madison Ostinowski of Bishop Carroll, and she missed. And Central PA with the rebound, cutting behind everybody and laying it in is Jayla Woodruff. Of course, she's used to doing that with Williamsburg, putting up the incredible year that they had with a 27-game winning streak that unfortunately for them ended in the state quarterfinals.
We're impressed with the unselfishness of both teams early on here, Rich.
Yep, there's a runner taken by Madeline Hudak that was partially blocked, and Blair comes out with a rebound. Up ahead, Woodruff again. She launches a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound. Central PA, and corralling that rebound. I got to get kind of hard to get the numbers. I believe it was Emily Height. And Ostinowski down low to Height, turns around, shoots, and scores. And Emily Height. As we have now, we're going to have a stoppage just to get substitutions in, and that'll be Abby Crossman from Penn Cambria.
Madison Ostinowski's the mom, dad, Georgette, and Andy. She's a 1,000-point scorer. She's a Mirror Athlete of the Week, Rich. Also a Tribune Democrat Spotlight Athlete of the Week. And undecided, but wants to get into computer science and engineering.
McGurk drives right down the lane, penetrates everybody on the defense, beats all 5 to the basket and lays it in. And boy, I'm impressed with Blair County's offensive output here. 25-16 with a minute to go. Central PA brings it up. That is Ostinowski with it from Bishop Carroll to Height. Gets it over on the wing to Hudak, fakes a shot down low, and the ball is put up and missed by Emily Kosmak. Molly Kosmak. I'll get the names right, folks. I'm seeing these players for the first time, a lot of them here tonight. And the pass down low for Kendall Norris is too strong.
Rich,
It'll
be
go
nice
over
to
Central
Haley McGurk.
PA.
She wants to be a real estate agent. We may need her for a house someday.
I know I won't be around that long.
Well,
Good luck.
I
You know,
think
it's
you
a
get
great
your-
market to get into.
Yeah, you can get your license right out of school, though, I think, right?
I don't know. I have no idea. All right, Central PA with the ball down by 9 as we go under half a minute to play. Ball knocked away. Trying to Kendall Morris going down low for the Blair County All-Stars. 27.8 to go in the first quarter.
Haley's one of the few players, Rich, that said one of her 5th grade teacher was the teacher she admired the most, Mr. Rep Logan.
Inbound pass knocked away by Lydia Worthing, and the ball went out off of Central PA, so Blair County will get the ball maybe for the last shot with 27 seconds to go. Adams, who played her senior year at BG, she missed 2 of her 4 years, as you can see with that big knee brace, and just had a run of bad luck as Worthing tries the shot from the left side and missed, and Central PA rebounds, and they're off and running with Maddie Hudak.
Not once, Rich, but 2 ACL tears for Adams. That's, I mean, God bless her.
Nice move down the lane from Emily Height. She's got 6 points, and it's 25-18. Long shot at the end of the quarter by Adams was no good, and after one, it's Blair 25, Central PA 18 at the Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic.
Central PA 18.
Did Williamsburg make it to the quarterfinals or semifinals?
I think semis.
I thought Donnie Appleman would be here. He would know. I can't remember if it was, I know it was at least a quarterfinal. You might be right. That guy we were talking to from Williamsburg. That guy we were talking to from Williamsburg. Washington Reed player. They were here along the wall. He's from Williamsburg. I've got to find out whether they made the quarterfinal or semifinal. The girls. I know they went far. This is the Williamsburg contingent over here.
Hey, Rich, what access channel stuff this is going to be on?
I'll just breeze line, public access. Oh, never mind. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the Adler Athletic Complex here at Penn State University. Just a gorgeous facility and a great host for the 16th annual Altoona Mirror All-Star Classic basketball games. Best seniors from Central Pennsylvania here tonight. And we're underway in quarter number 2, and Central PA starts with the ball. Crossman with it. Abby Crossman now gets it over to Ari Wozniak. Wozniak has the ball, top of the circle.
Forties has always had a very strong girls program, haven't they?
Yes, they have, Bernie, and they've come on as of late. Ball stolen away. Adams picks it up, runs a 2-on-2 fast break. Now gets it to Williamsburg. No, it's Lydia Worthing, and Lydia hits the shot, and that puts Blair up 27-18. On the fly, shot is missed by Maddie Hudak, and it'll come over to Blair on the rebound. Adams with it to the top of the circle, to the lane, to the basket, on the fly, missed the shot, rebound, taken out of the air. Oh, behind the back pass, back to Adams, kicks it out to McGurk, and she has it stripped away by Madeline Hudak. She's going to go one-on-one to the hole, in, up, shoots it over her head, and she scores, and it'll be a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Bernie, the old circus
There's a
shot
highlight,
there,
Rich, right there. Madeline Hudak, a highlight.
And we'll get the foul call here.
Yeah, her dad, Lance, mom, Selena, very proud of that. 17-7 record this year. She's going to Bucknell, Rich, neuroscience. She also
Well, we
throws
know
the
where that's
javelin.
headed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That might mean neurosurgeon.
Hudak will be at the line shooting
Possibly.
1.
I hope I only see her on a personal basis then, if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think you will, Bernie. She has quite a few years to go. Hudak makes the free throw, but what a shot she put in.
I'll tell you, Rich, what's nice about this, when you look at their bios, all the different clubs and things, and we'll mention those, that these kids are in, especially at the small schools.
McGurk misses the three, but Worthing fighting for the rebound, and it's finally taken out of the air by Molly Kosmak of Homer Center, who made it to the PIAA finals this year, but came up short against Kennedy Catholic. But I believe it was a first for Homer Center, making it all the way to Hershey
Yes.
in Class 2A, but unfortunately fell short. Wozniak with it, top of the circle to Height from Penn Cambria. On the wing, that's Hudak with it, back to Height. Across the key, that is Abby Crossman of Penn Cambria. Long three, missed a shot. Rebound taken out of the air by Molly Kosmak. She's fouled. I believe she'll get 2 free throws. And picking up her second foul is Jayla Woodruff from Blair County and Williamsburg.
Yeah, again, very
Kosmak
well
will
played
get
game so
2.
far, for sure.
It's 27-22. Free throw is good. And we'll take a big break at halftime because Bernie's going to have to run to the concession stand and get me something to drink. Oh, no comment, huh?
I was a little stunned by
Maybe
the
he
comment.
didn't hear me,
I did hear you.
although he's sitting right beside me, though. Both free throws are good. It's 27-23. Adams with a nifty move to beat a double team to the paint, but then she threw the ball into the corner, and Woodruff wasn't ready for it. It'll be Central PA ball.
You talk about good lineage. Bella comes from a family of very good basketball players, and her coach, Christy Cack, outstanding in high school and at Duquesne University.
Played for Altoona High School. I believe she was part of a state championship team or one that made it to the state championship. And Christy's been at BG now for the past 5-6 years. Got a state title under her belt there as well.
Yes.
Adams stole it away for Blair. That is Woodring for the Worthing, missing the shot, beg your pardon. And Central PA back the other way. Crossman with it to her teammate Height. Long three is good. So the Penn Cambria connection works well there, Bernie.
Assist, yep. Help each other out. They know who each other is on the floor.
So a 9-point lead has been whittled down to 1 as we get a timeout here with 7:39 to go in the first half. And Blair are now clinging to a 1-point lead, which at one point was 27-18. It's now 27-26.
Yeah, talking about Penn Cambria, Rich, Abby Crossman, the 5'10", at Penn Cambria under Keith Salim. Again, Keith played for me and very good player and an excellent coach. But Abby is a little bit undecided about where she goes to school, but wants to major in early childhood education. Mrs. Schreier is her favorite teacher, and English is her favorite subject. And Rich, I don't know, you may know this. The club that she's in, I should have asked her this Wednesday, Pink Panthers. Is that the one? Because I know they annually have a football game.
Well, probably the basketball
yeah,
version, probably.
yeah. And she said, her most influence on her career has been her family.
Well, you can't have a better influence than that.
No question about it.
All right,
They
Blair,
need the support, Rich.
Blair County with the ball and clinging to a 1-point lead now as Woodruff goes up with a shot, never got to the rim, and Central PA out on the fast break. Wozniak up ahead to Belle Bosch of Chestnut Ridge. She drives the baseline, goes back out top. Now it is Wozniak for three, and she hits. And that basket continues a run for Central PA, and they have now taken the lead at 29-27.
Ari going to Duquesne to be a pharmacist, Rich.
Worthing gets it out to McGurk. McGurk drives to the foul line, gives it to Bella Adams. Back to McGurk on the right wing. Down low, passes stolen away by Bria Bear of Bishop McCourt, and they'll get a semi-fast break going, and now they go down low. Shot blocked by Worthing. Woodruff. We could hear that hit all the way up here. And unfortunately on the rebound, it's going to be a foul against Blair County. And that would be Harley McGurk's second.
Yeah, Bear, coached by the great coach at Bishop McCourt, John Hahn. Mom and Dad, Brian and Lisa. She had, Rich, she's 5'10", 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, but she wants to major in marketing. Undecided on where she wants to go to school.
So it looks like the starters are back in for Blair County, -1. Jade Carper is on the floor. First free throw is good, and it's 30-27, so I believe it's a 12-0 run for Central PA. Free throws missed, but they're going to get a chance for another two, and they get it on a kind of an acrobatic shot over her head with her not facing the basket, and Hoo-Ha gets the basket, and it's 32-27, a 14-point run.
Hey, Rich, how about this? Muha, 31.9 points a game in high school at Shade.
All right, on the run, shot was missed, but Blair gets the rebound, and Carper puts it back up and in. So Jade Carper stops that run, and that's only the second basket of the quarter for Blair County, but they trail only by 3 at 32-29. Coming up to the 6-minute mark of the first half for the All-Star game here. And driving to the basket, missing everything, was Macy Sardone. A little too strong on the fly there, Byrne. And up ahead comes Allison Hadajek for Blair County. Sydney Lear, teammates at Hollidaysburg. I'm sure your daughter would love to have them back for another year or two. As the pass goes into the
backcourt. She would say
backcourt.
the same thing.
Who wouldn't want to have any of these seniors back?
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of their coaches are in the stands here tonight, as they should be.
You know, you look at Jenna Muha, introduced, well over 2,000 points in her career. That's losing a lot of points, Rich.
Certainly is, and that's just an outstanding feat. Wozniak gives the ball off to Bear, who hands it off to, now Jenna Muha has it back from Shea. Jenna down low, dishes off to Bria Bear, cutting
Nice
to the
pass.
basket, nice move, but Belle Bosch couldn't put the layup home, and Blair rebounds. Here comes Sarah Helsel of Claysburg Kimmel with it. Gives it out to Hadajek. Allison was one of the main cogs in the Hollidaysburg wheel. They put up numerous wins over the last 2 years. Ball stolen away by Wozniak. Shot partially altered by Hadajek, and Central PA gets it back. Bear misses, and Hadajek completed that sweep, Bernie, with one block and a rebound.
That's what makes her successful, Rich. She made a bad pass at this end, but hustled down the other end to block the shot and then get the rebound.
Blair with it. Long three by Hadajek. Falls kind of short, goes out of bounds, and it'll come over to Central PA with 4:47 to go in the second quarter. 32-29, and re-entering the lineup for Central PA is Marissa Gingrich.
Rich, we talk about these scores. Funny story, more on the men's side, but when Abe Lemons was coaching, and he's passed away, unfortunately, in college, he had a player, Fly Williams, who averaged over 38 a game, and there was a loose ball right in front of Abe one time. He said, Fly, why didn't you go after that loose ball? And Fly said, Coach, if I go after that loose ball, hurt my shoulder, you lose 38 a game. And Coach said, he put his arm around Fly and said, dang good point, Fly.
Game getting a little sloppy here at both ends, and on that play, Ali Hadajek, I believe, will pick up the foul for Blair County. It will be on Ali. That'll be her first, and that'll be Team 5 on Blair County. Only one on Central PA, and it'll be Belle Bosch at the line for Central PA, who has put up a bushel basket load of points here in the second quarter. And Bosch of Chestnut Ridge hits. She's got 3, And the lead is only 4, though, at 33-29, but they had 18 at the end of the quarter. They put in 15 so far here in the second to Blair's 4.
By the way, Rich, you talked about Taylor Lane scoring the first 2 points for the Blair team. Her grandpap, Jim Lane, who's in the stands, longtime sports editor at the Mirror, and once again did a fantastic job.
Hadjic drives close to the paint, dishes off to Lear. Sydney drives down the lane, has it knocked away by Bosch, and she said, "No, it's our ball." And it went off of one of the Central PA players' legs, and it'll stay with Blair with 4:03 to go.
I would say, Rich, if I was coaching, I might have a question about that one.
Inbounds pass to Gibbons of Tyrone, down to Hadjic, gets it back out. Three-pointer is going to be a little short by Helsel from Claysburg, but the rebound again out of bounds to Blair with 3:55 to go in the half. 34-29, Central PA leads. Blair had a nice big 9-point lead in the first quarter, but a 14-0 run got Central PA the lead that they now have. And the inbounds pass is stolen by Bria Bear, and she gets it back to one of the many guards on this team. And a long 3-point field goal from Macy Sardone is no good, but the rebound putback by Bosch is good. And Bernie, right there is what made Belle Bosch one of the most feared players coming out of the Chestnut Ridge locker room.
Yeah. She was a state titleist in the javelin in track season, Rich. Again, all-around athlete for Bosch.
Allison Hadjic for 3, and that puts Blair down by 4. Nearly a steal by Lear, and then Sydney going after the ball creates a little collision out there, and I'm afraid Sydney's going to pick up the foul. No, they called it the other way. It went against Bosch.
That's when you know the game means something to these kids. You know, you see Sydney
absolutely.
diving on the floor and Bosch diving on the floor for loose ball. You know, you don't want to go out your last game as a senior in the negative column, that's for sure.
So Blair gets it back with a chance to cut the lead to 2 or 1 as Hadjic gets tied up, now dishes it off. And the three-pointer from Helsel is no good. Central PA rebounds and runs the other way. Going all the way down and missing the shot was Gingrich. Rebound fought for, taken out of the air by Hadjic. And here comes Blair, again with a chance to cut this lead with 2:50 left in the half. It's 36-32.
Allison being a point guard for a change. And I say, Coach, I'm going to bring the ball up.
Lear down low to Hadjic. I'm sure that's worked quite a few times for Hollidaysburg, and Allison nails the bucket. 36-34. Central PA with the ball. Gingrich with it. Down the lane, gets by her defender, and she puts it in with the left hand. And well, I'll tell you what, if your name's Gingrich and you live in Mifflin County, I guess you got to play basketball and be good.
Yeah, Rich, I'll tell you what, they were proud they won the school's first district championship in 2021-22. And she is the all-time scorer leading boys and girls at the school, 1,573 points.
Hadjic got caught a little too far from the basket, gives it back to Lear. She'll try the long three off the rim. And we'll clarify what Bernie said because it was the first for Mifflin County, not Lewistown. And a beautiful headman pass up ahead for Macy Sardone. And she'll get bailed out with a foul. But what a beautiful headband pass that was, almost 3/4 of the length of the floor.
Yeah,
Rich,
I know
Sydney
she's
Lear
going
picks
to,
up the foul.
Yeah, she's going to New Jersey Institute of Technology, and because I work for St. Francis, we used to play them in basketball, and I don't know too much about the women's team, unfortunately, but in men's basketball, they were very good, and I'm sure the women's program is outstanding too.
Molly Kosmak back in for Central PA. Brooklyn Barron for Altoona, Altoona. She's from Altoona for Blair, along with Chelsea Mikulski.
You better watch yourself, Rich. She's going to major in forensic science. Don't do anything wrong.
Bernie, at this point in the game, I'm not looking to do anything wrong. Trust me. All right, second free throw is good. And it's now 39-34. And back the other way comes Central PA, and it's Sardone on the fast break. And Central PA, Bernie, is starting to exert itself here. 41-34.
Yeah, it looks like the Central PA girls have their legs and getting up the floor.
Brooklyn Barron trying to beat the defense, and she does, but couldn't finish the play. And stealing it right back for Blair was Chelsea Mikulski.
Rich, I didn't see too many games, obviously, in high school because of dealing with St. Francis. But at practice the other day, I saw Barron, and she's a heck of an athlete. You know, watched her through the practice of the Blair County girls.
Sardone picks up the foul, and Chelsea Mikulski will shoot three as she'll get the hat trick for Blair County. She was fouled on a 3, and heard a lot of that talk during the NCAA men's tournament. Why do players foul three-point shooters? It's a mystery. It's a long shot to begin with. It's low percentage. You let them shoot it. If they beat you out there, they beat you out there. But fouling on a three-point play is dangerous.
Well,
second free throw is good.
A lot of guys wide open shots, Rich, especially in the men's thing. They're shooting 40, 45%.
Boy, aren't they, though? And you know what, Bernie? They're shooting from about 40 feet, too.
That young lady from Iowa, she's inside
unconscious.
The circle. Yeah, I think her name is Caitlin
Clark, yeah. All right, so Mikulski gets 2 of 3 and pulls Blair back to within 5 with 1:25 left. In the first half, Gingrich with it to the left side, guarded there by Lear. Lob pass down low.
That was a
and
great
they're going to
catch.
try another reverse, and shot was missed by Bosch, and Barron rebounds for Blair. Barron pulls up on the dribble, nobody to go to. Somebody's got to come to the ball.
Brooklyn's
And finally, Sidney Lear does.
Yeah, Brooklyn undecided about his school, but wants to get into pre-med.
Boy, Sidney Lear right through 3 defenders, and Sidney lays it in. And Blair back to within a 3-point field goal. And speaking of which, Gingrich tries one, falls short, goes out of bounds, and it'll come over to Blair with 48.7 left in the first half. Competitive game.
Oh, I'll tell you, well played game in the first half, Richard. You know, substitution, everybody's contributing.
So Blair now with a chance to tie with 47 seconds to go, down by 3 here in the first half. Lear to Hadajek in the corner. Alley dribbles out of trouble, goes right into the corner to Lear, gets a pick from Hadajek. Lear to the lane, to the basket, to the glass, to the net. Sidney Lear again makes it 41-40, and now half a minute to go for Central PA. All right, we'll see down low driving to the basket. Once again is Bosch, and her shot swatted away. And it'll be Central PA ball with 22 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, Rich, got to give a lot of credit to our man to our right, Nate. He's doing the camera work and doing all the behind-the-scenes work for us.
Gingrich misses a 3. Rebound fought for, picked up by Sidney Lear. She's off to the races. She's 2-on-2. Lear down low, pass knocked away by Abby Crossman as Lear tried to get it to her teammate Harley McGurk. And now Blair with 10 seconds left will have a chance to take the lead right before halftime. McGurk will inbound. And Lear pops out on the wing. She'll drive down low, beat the defense again, and go in, and she'll get 2 shots. And boy, Bernie Sidney has a knack for finding that opening, and she doesn't need a very big one.
No, she has a great ball fake. You know, she keeps her eyes on the rim, which young players, if they watch this, should do. Eyes on the rim, keeps her knees bent, and shows the ball just above her forehead, and then has that good crossover and gets to the basket.
Sidney Lear with a chance to put Blair ahead with 7.2 seconds left. She hits the first, and she's got herself a dozen points here in the first half, and that ties the game at 41. So Blair with a nice little push here at the end of the half. They were down 41-34, and now they're ahead as they go on an 8-0 run to take the lead, and here comes the last play of the half, we think. Central PA inbounds. Gingrich has it. She's going to try to run away from Mikulski. Gingrich to the foul line, gives it back to Sardone. Her 3 is good, right at the buzzer. My goodness, what a play, and that shows you, Bernie, you can't give them too much room no matter who it is, and boy, did Gingrich take advantage of all that room, and nice kick out for the 3-pointer by Sardone.
Almost looked like they had a plan, Rich. I'll tell you what, Sardone, again, going to IUP in safety science, human and safety science, did a real nice job making that shot.
All right, so we're at halftime here at the Adler Athletic Complex at Penn State Altoona. Thanks again to the folks at Penn State Altoona for giving us the facility here for the 16th annual Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic. At the half of the girls' game, Central PA 44, Blair County 42. We're at halftime here of the Altoona Mirror Basketball All-Star Classic. Seniors from Central Pennsylvania and Blair County going at it. Great game, 44-42 for Blair. And Bernie, I wonder if it's a coincidence that Deanna Jubeck is the Hollidaysburg coach, and she's the head coach of Blair County, and the 2 leading scorers are from Hollidaysburg.
Well, you know, they're pretty aggressive with the basketball. And one thing, you know, to give Deanna credit is that, you know, she likes to push the ball up in her game. So these 2 young ladies are used to that. They run the floor. That's not to say all the girls aren't doing that, but they like to push the ball up, and that's the style of play that Hollidaysburg has played.
Sidney Lear with 13 and Allison Hadajek with 10 for Central PA, they're being led tonight by Emily Heights, 9. And actually, Macy Sardone having a great game. She had a dozen in the first half, and she had some key rebounds, and she's a floor player. I mean, she looks like a real leader out there.
I'll tell you what, she gets her feet set. She's a heck of a shooter. Volleyball player in school. And again, she credits her parents and brother for pushing her and helping make her successful. But she looks very comfortable out there, Rich. You're right about that. And I hope they all do, because it's a fun thing.
Look like they're all having fun, too. And again, you make some lifelong friendships here, even though you've only been together for a week.
Yeah.
You never know. Great networking ability.
But, you give, who was it, Gingrich girl credit, getting into the lane, and then that little hook pass out to Sardone to hit the three, and that's pretty good.
And we'd like to thank the folks at Breeze Line for giving us the opportunity to air these games. Be on the cable access channel, channel 14. So you have to check your listings. We're kind of at the mercy of the folks there. We didn't get a schedule, but nevertheless, tune in, because we have a lot of fun doing it, and give these girls a nice showcase to go out on, and look like they are having a lot of fun. And as you can see, we're getting ready for the second half, and it's 44-42 for Central PA.
A lot of people behind the scenes. Skip Dry, who was there Wednesday giving out the uniforms, does the officials. Guy Landolfi, who sponsors the event, the title sponsor. Del Grosso's Foods. Ryan Listokey, who gives the time up for the all-day hoops at the summit. Pepsi, and a good friend of mine, Terry Bird, who's a manager of Pepsi, donating some things, as well as the summit. And Rob Bergonia, the Proactive, who supplies the uniforms. And you got to get, as I said, we talk about the mirror. Mike Boydum, Neil Rudell, Buck Frank. I almost forgot Buck. He'll get heck. I'll get heck from him, but a lot of fun.
All right, Central PA comes out firing, and missing the first shot of the second half was Maddie Hudak, and Blair can tie or take the lead here as Bella Adams drives right down Broadway, goes up against Easterling. She altered the shot, and Central PA comes back with a rebound. Cross-court pass into the corner. A long three is on the way for Ostinowski. She missed it, and then Central PA fights for the rebound, but it goes out of bounds off of Blair. So we'll keep the ball at this end of the court with Central PA.
Rich, you were right. We were talking about MVP and what you base it on, but there was an article in the Mirror today about that. How do you base it? Is it points? Is it all-around play? And it's interesting in an all-star game how you're going to make
look at that, Bernie. We've
yeah.
seen that so many times, using the back of the defender to inbound it to yourself. And Maya
She
Easterling
watches too much TV, Rich.
Well, I guess, but boy, you got to give credit to Madeline Hudak for pulling that one off. And it's 46-42, and up the other way, we've got a shooting foul coming up for Blair.
See, when your father's the coach, you have that coaching mentality, and that's what she did.
And Minier Easterling. Okay, so we got a pronunciation now, Minier. Jayla Woodruff at 2, and she'll try to cut this lead, and she does. And it's now 46-43 for Central PA. But Bernie, we've seen that so many times with players using the defensive players to inbound it to themselves. Actually, it's a really smart play.
Well, you saw that a lot in college, Rich. In the college NCAA men's. Who's your pick, by the way?
It'll be long done by the time they see this, but I think UConn. I'll say UConn. I'll see if I'm right when the people watch this.
I think UConn's the prohibitive favorite. Let's put it that way. They're playing very, very well.
Well, when people watch this, that game will have been decided. So see if we're right. But I think UConn probably should have taken home the trophy.
Hard to bet against the women of South Carolina. They play awfully hard and awfully well.
Driving to the basket. Speaking of playing hard, Maddie Hudak with a tough drive there to penetrate the entire Blair defense, and up ahead,
nice
missing
left
the
hand.
layup was Blair County. I believe that was Worthing. And back the other way, Central PA getting a little volleyball action there. Back up and in goes Kosmak for 2. And Central PA starting to pull away again, 50-44. Adams with it. Down low, nice pass on the baseline for Sarah Helsel, and Easterling using her long arms swatted that ball away.
I'll tell you, nice hustle by the young lady. A third-team All-State, going to Mansfield, majoring in history.
Inbounds pass as Blair tries to get back in the game. Nice move to avoid the defense by Jayla Woodruff, but she couldn't put the ball down through the net, and Central PA comes back looking to increase a 6-point lead. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. It's 50-44. Easterling down low. Nice pass on a give and go.
Give and go.
And
That's
Molly
just basic
Kosmak-
basketball, Rich. Basic basketball right there.
Kosmak of Homer Center lays it in, and just like that, it's an 8-point lead again for Central PA. Adams thought about the college three, didn't take it. Now into the corner. That is Worthing for three. Shot was no good. Helsel gets the rebound again, blocked by Easterling, and she just took it right out of the air. Blocked it and took it all in one fell swoop. Three-pointer on the way. Going to be an air ball. And the rebound is picked up by Central PA. Easterling down the lane. Misses, gets her on rebound, misses again. But she's going to be fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws.
I'll tell you, Rich, she takes up a lot of space. What would Al McGuire call her?
Aircraft carrier.
Aircraft carrier, yeah.
So Sarah picks up her second foul. Sarah Helsel does, and Mina Easterling at the line for 2, coming from the Glendale Lady Vikings.
And I'll tell you what, Rich, this is a nice story. She mentioned, one of the things given the questionnaire is who influenced her the most. She says her dad, which is Coach Kuhn, because he never let her get up on herself. And that's nice when you can say something like that. And,
Absolutely.
Especially if it's a father-daughter thing or a father-son thing.
Easterling misses both there, and the rebound is fought for, and it goes out of bounds off of Central PA, so Blair will get it back, trailing by 8 with 7:17 left in the third quarter. Adams with it for Blair, that is. Hands it off to Helsel. Helsel double team, gets out of that double team, and dishes off to Kendall Norris. Kendall drives down. Nice
drive.
And Bernie, that's another thing we're seeing a lot of nowadays in basketball. Everybody's going in for that high lob off the top of the glass.
Now, Rich, you can use Kendall someday because she's going to go to the Allegheny College at Maryland, and she wants to become a dental hygienist.
Ooh.
Open wide.
Why should I use it?
Well,
My
don't you
teeth
go to
are
the
perfect.
dentist?
Sure I do.
You got to get your teeth clean, Rich.
All right, the second. Well, if you're looking at my teeth, then you got problems.
Nah, Rich.
54-48.
Hey, Rich, I look
Well,
at
you're giving me all kinds of stuff. I'm going to this, that, and the other person.
I look at your smile, Rich.
Oh, well, you don't see that very often. I wasn't born with a great one of those, trust me. Long three-pointer in the corner is off the rim, and Helsel rebounds in a fast break opportunity. Nice pass up ahead, and it's good for Lydia Worthing. A beautiful headman pass by Helsel. Bernie, you don't work it much better than that.
That was a strong move, very strong move by that young lady.
One-handed off the dribble and on the fly.
Absolutely.
Beautiful move.
Rich,
Right.
I got to go off the cuff here just for a minute. We have a first-timer here at the Altoona Mirror Classic. They're originally from Huntington, moved to Altoona. Fred and Darlene Hickok. They're up here to our left. First time they've seen this. They say they enjoy basketball. They wanted to see it, and let's hope they enjoy it.
Well, we've got a great turnout here for the girls' game. The boys' game is yet to come, and you'll see that also on Breeze Line. Pass is out for the three-point shot for Ostinowski. She missed, and Blair rebounds. That's Mikulski with it. Lob up ahead for Sydney Lear. Sydney down the lane, 8-footer, goes about 6 feet.
Boy, Sydney's very
She
strong.
gets her own rebound.
She's not afraid to go in for the action, that's for sure.
Ali Hadajek down the lane, line drive shot off the back of the rim. Wozniak rebounds for Central PA. Lob up ahead for Ostinowski. She pulls up on the dribble, gives it off to Height for a long three from the side. Is no good. Rebound taken out of the air by Bear on the wing. Shot
Rich, how many
by
of these
Hudak
kids,
is no good.
How many of these kids have you seen in the course of a season?
Not many of these girls. Very, very limited to my girls basketball schedule this year. Haven't seen too many. If they're not from the Laurel Highlands, Bernie, I didn't see many of them.
Yeah.
And boy, how to get that foul call, I didn't see that number.
Now, Rich, I don't. You don't have to worry about it, Rich, because no one's going to foul out.
Hadajek actually got the foul. It's her second. And down the lane, Wozniak tried a little bit too much of a pass. A little too much mustard there, Bernie. They weren't spaced very far apart.
Question for you, Rich. Did the Laurel Highlands boys and girls play on separate dates or the same times? Like if the girls were home, were the boys away?
Same time, but different gyms. And boy, as a broadcaster, that's not good because that eliminates a lot of games I could possibly do. I wish they would really change that. But now with the new league coming next year, going to double in size, we'll see if they change that for some schools. Driving to the basket was Ali Hadajek, and she's going to get to the line for 2 shots.
I'll tell you, that's a nice thing. That's going to help Allie at school at Bloomsburg going strong to the basket. And she's a very strong young lady.
Well, Allie's got a chance to cut this lead to 2 as we're exactly at the halfway mark of the third quarter, and she misses. It's 54-50 for Central PA. 5 minutes to go in the third.
It's tough, Rich. You know, Hollidaysburg, undefeated regular season, got as high as #1 in the state for a number of weeks, and a heartbreaking loss to Oakland Catholic.
Well, you know, when it's your only loss of the year and it's in the state playoffs, that's really, really tough. I've been through that as a broadcaster. As driving to the basket was Maddie Hudak, and she's fouled. And Caitlin Gibbons. Tyrone picks up the foul. Team foul number 3, and Hudak will get 2.
Hey, she's the student council president at Portage.
Free throw is no good.
And as we said, you know, Bucknell, not a shoddy school. Neuroscience, not a bad major.
Bernie, I've got something to say about colleges, and when I get a chance, I'm going to
Oh,
say it because
I know what you're going to say. The NIL, Rich, huh?
No. This
We
isn't the
could
time
talk-
or place for that. No, it's just a saying that everybody
There's a time
uses.
and place for everything, Rich.
But there's a saying that people use. Driving to the basket is Sydney Lear. She gets the basket and will get the 3-point opportunity as we get the foul call with Maddie Hudak. But Bernie, I always hear people say this, no matter what college they talk about, as Lear misses the free throw, but Hadijek gets the rebound and misses the putback. I have never heard people say, well, that's a bad college. I always hear people say, oh, that's a great school, no matter what school they're talking about.
No, I've heard some say they're bad
I have never
colleges.
heard anybody say that's a bad college.
You haven't been around, Rich. You know?
And that was not a bad shot because Bria Bear got the shooter's touch, and she gets 3. And up ahead, leading the way on the fast break is Kaylin Gibbons.
And I'll tell you, Gibbons, you can tell she's well coached. She goes rim to rim, you know, as a big kid down the floor, doesn't waste any energy. And she just ran the floor, got rewarded, and had a nice basket.
Marissa Gingrich back on the floor. But getting back to the college thing, anytime you talk about where a kid's going to school, oh, it's a great school.
Nah, Rich,
And I'm glad to hear that
I'm
because
gonna
I don't want to
differ with
hear bad colleges.
Now, once they get there are some that say that.
All right, driving to the basket and laying it in from the left side is Belle Bosch from Chestnut Ridge, and it's now 60-55. 5-point lead for Central PA with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hadijek out front, nice dribble. On the lane, gives it off to Jade Carper of Williamsburg, back to Hadijek. Up in the circle to Lear. Sydney drives down the lane, beats the defender. 2 number 1s go at it there, and Bear picks up the foul. Bria Bear of Bishop McCourt. Team foul number 4, and Sydney Lear will get 2.
But, Rich, I mean, more for the men's game, the boys' game than this. But, you know, talk about the NIL ruining college basketball, in my opinion. You know,
It's going to ruin all sports, all college
I
sports.
agree with you. You know, when a kid threatens to transfer because he's not making enough money.
Well, that's what the professional ranks are for.
This is I guess a rhetorical question. Isn't a scholarship and a little stipend enough?
Apparently not. All right, Central PA with it. Long 3-point field goal by Bosch is no good, but Wozniak fights for the rebound, and they say last touched by Central PA, or Blair, as Bosch went out of bounds with it. Or Wozniak, beg your pardon. So the red team will keep it. That would be Central PA. Height will inbound underneath their own basket. Long 3 from Bear in the corner. Nothing but net for Bria Bear. That's her second 3-pointer of the quarter, and it's 63-56.
Rich, that would have hit the ceiling at Bishop McCourt.
And a stolen pass. Wozniak bringing it the other way for Central PA. Gets it down low. There's a 2-pointer from about 8 feet from Bosch is no good. Getting the putback. Ari Wozniak, and now all of a sudden it's a 9-point Central PA lead. So just like that, Blair now has some work to do with 3:10 to go in the third. Well, a lot of people were standing up there. I couldn't see who had the ball. It was Gibbons from Tyrone, and Kaylin will get 2 free throws here. And picking up the foul is Wozniak from Portage. And Kaylin Gibbons at the line for 2 for Tyrone. Playing for Coach Luke Rhodes this past season. Free throw on the way, off the front of the rim. Too much air under that one.
Yeah, back-to-back District 6 champs.
4 subs coming in for Blair County.
2-time Mountain League champs for Kayla Gibbons. 1,000-point scorer.
So,
She's coming here, Rich.
Gibbons will get another chance to cut this lead to 8 with 3:04 left in the third. Free throw, high arcer. No good again. And Bear rebounds but dribbles it off her foot out of bounds and gives it right back to Blair County.
And the coach here, Rich, former BG player and St. Francis graduate, Haley Adams, the head coach here at Penn State.
Penn State Altoona.
And she was one of the smartest players, Rich, I've ever seen play.
Brooklyn Barron gives it off to her Altoona teammate McGurk. Back to Brooklyn Barron out front as 5 new players come in for Blair. Leaves it for McGurk. On the wing, thought about a 3, gets by Wozniak. Dribbles down the baseline, missed the shot entirely. Ball on the floor, it's taken out of the air by Lydia Worthing, and she'll lay it in. Lydia Worthing with 6 1/4, and that cuts the lead to 7. Up ahead, another fast break opportunity for Emily Height, and she was fouled on her way to the hoop, and she'll get 2 free throws.
Richard, you ever watch a player that they just have a nose for where the ball is? That's
Yes.
Worthing. I mean, she's right where the ball is. Lydia is there. You know.
Emily Height for 2 for Central PA with a 7-point lead, and it's still 7 with 2:33 to go in the third. It's 65-58 for Central PA.
She was a District 6, I'm talking about Worthing, pole vault champ 2 times, and she put on her list and counting.
Second free throw is good from Height. She now is into double figures with 10, and the lead is now back to 8 at 66-58. Here comes Blair Adams with it. Down
Nice
the lane,
pass.
tries to dish it off to Woodruff down low, but it was stolen away, and it's stolen right back by Blair, and the pass down low for Woodruff again. This one is knocked away by Emily Height, and it'll stay with
Richard,
Blair County.
Better fundamentals. I'll tell you what, Bella Adams, really nice. Landed on 2 feet, made the pass, and you see more and more boys and girls with good fundamental play.
Woodruff with a long 3, and the rebound was knocked away from a Central PA player by Harley McGurk, and it'll come over to Central PA with 2:13 left in the third. It's 66-58 for Central PA.
Which we're going to tell you, Coach Gingrich is Aaron's dad before our time. Played football at Penn State
Yeah, he
University.
did. Yep, yes, he did.
And the father's a lawyer, went to Dickinson, Court of Common Pleas in Mifflin County.
Pass knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Central PA as we get down to the 2-minute mark of quarter number 3, and Central PA leading 66-58. Inside pass. Ball was knocked away by Bosch. She missed 2 shots, and Barron gets the rebound for Blair. Brooklyn Barron across midcourt. In the zone to our right as you watch here from beautiful Adler Athletic Complex. Down the lane, driving is McGurk, short on the shot. Rebound is Lydia Worthings, and she is called for traveling. I don't think the Blair bench agreed with that one.
No, I don't think so. Not on a drive like that.
Bernie, I'm impressed. We've got a tremendous crowd here.
Very nice,
for
yes.
this girls' game. So I
Well,
am
you know
glad
what,
to
Rich,
see
with,
that.
With some of the things that have happened in our country the last few years, it's good to see things getting back to normal.
Oh,
for
I hope
everything.
so. Down low, pass is too tall for Jenna Muha, but she got it back in, and shot was missed by Gingrich. Back to Muha. She'll try another 2 off the front of the rim, and Brooklyn Barron gets the rebound. She's got the player up ahead.
look at her
nice
head up.
bounce pass, and they tried a little tic-tac-toe there like they do for hockey to try to get that dirty goal.
Yeah.
And they tried to get that last pass for the tic-tac-toe layup, but it didn't quite
So
come
impressed with
off.
Brooklyn with her head up, looking both sides of the floor, to make a good pass.
McGurk, foul line, nice pirouette down the lane, missed the layup. Beautiful move. Couldn't get the finish. Up ahead to Muha. She breaks free from Barron, and Muha lays it in. And Central PA extends the lead to 8 or 10 now,
Yeah, she's going to
68-58.
Frostburg State Sports Management.
Barron down the lane. Brooklyn with that high lob. Misses the shot. Central PA rebounds. It's Belle Bosch back the other way. Going to try to go coast to coast. And Woodruff knocks it away with 41.7 seconds to go in the third. 68-58. Central PA starting to pull away from Blair. All right, so it'll be inbounded by Macy Sardone.
You talk about
Inbounds to
Muha,
Bosch.
Rich. Muha, all-time leader in kills at Shade, and also an all-state player in volleyball. A softball player as well.
Central PA pulling away now at 71-58. Blair needs some points, and they need them in a hurry. McGurk gets stopped down low, pass stolen away, and Central PA starting to flex their muscles. Up ahead, Gingrich with it. One hand, left hand pass to Wozniak, cutting to the basket. And boy, you talk about seeing the floor and knowing where your teammates are.
That's
wow.
what Coach. That's what her dad says. She has a nose for the floor or nose for the ball. And
Brooklyn
great pass.
Barron drives down, missed a shot. Worthing tries to get the rebound to go. It won't go. And that's the end of the third quarter. And Central PA with a monster third quarter, leading 73-58 after 3. (29-16) in the third quarter. All right, here we go. Welcome back to the Adler Athletic Complex here as we head into the fourth quarter of our girls Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic. And Bernie, a 29-16 third quarter from Central PA has given them a nice 15-point cushion.
And I'll tell you what, Rich, they again, for an all-star game, very unselfish play, running the floor, looking up the floor. Nice job by Central PA.
Blair starts the fourth quarter with the ball, and they need a mountain of work, and Barron's pass is knocked away by Muha, I believe, and it'll stay with Blair County. 73-58, Central PA leads just underway in the fourth quarter. All right, pass out ahead to Gibbons, back in the lineup now. The starter's back in. Hadajek with it. Alley drives to the foul line. Barron with it. Brooklyn drives to the foul line, stops. Pass down low is knocked away, but Barron picks up the loose ball. Keeps it for Blair. And shot on the way for Barron. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Lear had it. Taken away by Bear. And it will be Central PA
Rich,
ball.
who do you guess?
Off the alternate
Sidney Lear
possession. Once again.
in the scrum.
And Bernie, I thought in years past we had the 30-second shot clock for this game. We don't have one tonight.
I was going to ask you that, Rich. I don't see it up
I don't
on the
see
board.
it up there, so they must have eliminated that.
They probably said that they're going to shoot the ball. No one's going to stall.
Yeah, right. So out ahead now, Central PA with it as Sardone, who had a great first half, gives it back to Easterling. Mina down the lane, off the front of the rim, gets her own rebound, and lays it back up and in. 6 points now for Mina Easterling, and 17-point lead now at 75-58. Pass down low, stolen away by Muha.
Rich, Easterling probably set the rebounding and the scoring record. Missing shots, getting no rebound, putting it in. A la Moses Malone. I'm dating myself there.
Bear with it, drives down the lane, gets a pirouette, gives it off to Sardone. Three-pointer on the way for Bear. It gets the shooter's touch, and now it's an official blowout as Bear makes it 78-58, a 20-point lead for Central PA. And once again, Blair just faltering here under the immense pressure of the Central PA
very
team.
Impressed with Bear and Wozniak. Those two are really running the show out there.
Lear inbounds to Brooklyn Barron as Blair County now falls behind by 20 with 8.5 minutes to go. This has been the way this series has gone pretty much. Brooklyn Barron drives down, tries to get that high lob to go. Won't go. Hadajek misses the putback. Ostanowski the rebound, and the outlet goes to Sardone. She lays it up. It's blocked out of bounds. Nice block and no foul by Chelsea Mikulski. It'll stay with Central PA.
Central PA leads the series 9-6.
And it looks like they're heading for 10. Long three for Bear, and the corner is no good. Easterling with the easy rebound. She's going to try to go through a double team, and a jump ball is called, and Blair gets it back. 8:07 to go, and it's 78-58 for Central PA. Just demonstrated a lot of speed and quickness here tonight, the Central PA team. Hadajek in the corner gets it out to Gibbons. She drives down. Her pass is tipped away and stolen by Muha. And the outlet goes to Ostanowski of Bishop Carroll. Muha, top of the circle, long three. Air ball. Rebound, not saved inbounds by Macy Sardone. It'll be Blair County ball. So we get some substitutions here for both sides as you see Sarah Helsel come back in, a prolific scorer for Claysburg Kimmel this past season.
Just a reminder, when the basketball game is over here, we will be...
And we come back with Sydney Lear. We'll have the MVPs after the game. Bernie and I get a vote on that.
If they want to come up and get it from us.
Hadajek White, we can't go down and give it to them. Hadajek for three.
Send it airman, make a paper airplane.
70. I forget how to make one of those. 78-61.
You did in my class all the
A
time.
three is missed. Yeah, I did. I just wanted to annoy you. And I succeeded. Gibbons on the wing. Lear for three. Long one from downtown. Front of the rim. Easterling rebounds. Outlet to Abby Crossman of Penn Cambria. Abby to the middle. Spins, shoots. Doesn't score, but she gets fouled. Team foul number 5 on Blair. And it'll be Chelsea Mikulski's first. And it will be Abby Crossman of Penn Cambria shooting two.
Crossman at the line shooting two.
78-61. Central PA leads with 7:07 to go. Free throw is good. I believe Mike Boydham will be our runner. Either that or Neil. Somebody has to
Can
come up and
Neil
get it.
climb the steps?
Or you know what we could do, Bernie? Both free throws are good. We could write our selections down, crumple up the paper, and just throw it down to the table.
There you go. It makes no difference, Rich.
It'll get there.
Yeah, it'll get there.
Both free throws are good, 80-61. Central PA leads, 7:05 to go. And there goes Mikulski right down the lane. 12-footer hits the back of the rim. The heel of that rim is no good. Central Pennsylvania runs. Lear tries for a steal, doesn't get it. Layup is missed. Second is good.
Basket by Crossman.
Abby Crossman with the basket. She just hit 2 free throws, and now she gets a bucket.
I'll tell you,
Aaron's
she's
pass
pretty
up
aware
ahead.
too, Rich. She's aware of where the ball is and has good court sense.
82-61 for Central PA. Maddie Hudak back in. Maddie from
Like,
very successful girls program at Portage.
yeah, like the boys, Rich. These girls playing. They're playing a lot of games, summer, fall, winter.
Now they are. Hadajek drives the lane all the way to the basket, hits the bottom of the rim. Rebound fought for. Hadajek had it taken away by Ostinowski, and she threw it off of Hadajek's foot. Central PA ball with 6.5 minutes left. 82-61. Central PA looks like they're on their way to another win over Blair County. But still time left. You never know. Crossman with it. Hudak has the pass over to Crossman. She has her pass stolen. Here comes Blair County. Up ahead, cutting to the basket. Lear, shot blocked by Molly Kosmak, and Central PA back the other way. They're going to run the floor again. It's Hudak down low, kicks it back out to Emily Height. Cross-court pass to Crossman. Thought about that three, didn't take it. Now she does. Steps back, fires it off the rim, and the rebound taken out of the air by Allison Hadajek. And here come the blue-clad Blair County All-Stars. Hadajek for three. It's on the way for Allison. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped up, almost went up underneath the basket.
Yeah, maybe a nice pass.
And a
very nice
baseball pass up ahead, too strong for Molly Kosmak, and it will be Blair County ball as Coach Jubeck puts in 5 new players with 5:36 to go. 82-61, so Blair has kind of lost their scoring touch here, Bernie, and
Yeah,
it's going to cost them.
They got off to a good start. And
Bella Adams now back on the floor. 5 new players for Blair. She gets it over to Jade Carper of Williamsburg. Out to her Williamsburg teammate, Jayla Woodruff. Her pass or shot was blocked. Baseball pass up ahead to Height, or make it Crossman. Out front, Hudak for three. Side of the rim, no good, and Blair will let it go out of bounds, and it'll be their ball.
Rich Hudak made that pass. Softball player.
Well, there you go. But they throw underhand, don't they?
Well, not
Pitchers.
just the pitcher.
Just the pitcher.
You're
Yeah.
losing it.
I know. I've been up too long. 3-point field goal on the way for McGurk. In and out. Rebound is Worthing. She
I
missed
got
the
to tell
putback.
people I'm not allowed to call until after 3 o'clock anymore, right?
No. Nobody is. I shut my phone off during the day now. Over the cross-court pass to Crossman. She missed the 4-footer. And the rebound taken out of the air by Harley McGurk of Altoona. Harley all the way coast to coast. Nice bounce pass for Worthing, but she just wasn't looking for it.
those
Bernie
things
off her
happen
hands,
off
out of
her
bounds.
hands, yep. think she was looking to score before she had the
I
ball.
thought McGurk was just going to go all the way and lay it up, and I think that's what Worthing was thinking too.
Yeah, you have to give all these girls.
It's unselfishness, Bernie. You got to love that.
Yeah, they just enjoy it, and we wish
4:30.
them the very best.
We do. Yep, they're all graduating, and
In
that's one of the
everything
milestones
that
of
they
their
do.
lives coming up. Hudak with it. Foul line, gives it off. Three-pointer on the way. In and out for Molly Kosmak of Homer Center, who made it to the PIAA final this year in 2A, but came up short against Kennedy Catholic. McGurk misses that, or Worthing missed that shot, and rebound Central PA. Lob up ahead for Crossman, stolen away by McGurk. Great hustle for the senior from Altoona. Up ahead, that is Lydia Worthing with it. Gets it out to Bella Adams, and Bella can't hit the 4-footer. And Woodruff rebounds, jump ball. It'll be Blair County ball. No, we're going to go the other way.
Substitutions
As 5
again.
new subs come in for Central PA with 4 minutes to go. And we've kind of hit a scoring lull here. Nobody's scored for a few minutes now. It's 82-61 for Central PA.
And it's not a stall, and it's not the shot clock.
Just some turnovers and missed shots, that's all. 5 new players come in for Central PA. Sardone with a 3 from the left side is no good. Rebound taken out of the air by Muhan. She lays it in.
Basket by Jenna Muha.
Jenna Muha of Shade, their all-time leading scorer. She's got over 2,300
Yeah,
points.
she's a heck of a player. I mean, she's just strong. I mean, very smart.
McGurk drives down, and she beats the defense for a reverse behind-the-head layup. Pretty move by Harley McGurk for 2.
Rich,
And it's 84-63.
You know, Muha scored 50 points in one game, Rich.
Wow. Don't see that from
No.
girls very often.
No.
Nice turnaround jumper for Muha. Well, there's the reason why. Got a nice soft touch from just the right side of the basket. 86-63. Adams to the basket. Off the glass. She's fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws as Macy Sardone will pick up that foul. Team foul number 6. And Bella Adams of BG will get 2 free throws.
And
Bella will.
here's a situation, Rich. You know, you got to give her a lot. 2 ACLs, most kids would give up. I mean, you know, obviously she comes from an athletic family and stuck with it and did very, very well for Christy Cack. But and she just loves the game, and God bless her for doing that.
She missed the second. She got 1 to 2. Yeah, she had 2 out of 4 years with BG. She missed 2 years with 2 ACLs. And up ahead, cutting to the basket and getting the layup is Belle Bosch for Central PA. And boy, the ladies from Central PA are going to break 90. Adams down low, pass off the back of a leg of Bosch, and up ahead, Central PA runs. That's Sardone with it. Down low to Muha, powers her way to the basket. Missed, got a second chance. Missed that one. Third try for Bear is no good. And Worthing thought she got a block, but she's going to get called for the foul.
I'm going to tell you what, Rich. Frostburg State's going to get quite a player in Muha. You
Yeah,
know?
they are.
A lot of times you see these young ladies at a smaller school that score all these points, but she's the real deal.
Bria Bear at the line for 2 for Central PA, and if she hits these 2, Bernie, they've got 90, and she misses. They've got an outside chance at 100 here. With 2:40 to go, they have 88. It's 88-64. Central PA going to win this one. But they're pushing the record books as far as scoring goes. Bear, who has now 11 points tonight, makes it 89-64. Adams up across midcourt, right side. McGurk, long 3 on the way. Looks good from up here, but off the back of the rim. We have a great view from up here.
Absolutely.
And see
Just
if those
getting up here was the problem, Rich.
getting down might be too.
Yeah.
Bosch with it, left side drive, shot blocked by a couple of players, and Worthing picks up the loose ball.
I told
for
Tom
Blair.
Kelly, the golf coach at Penn State, Altoona, and the AD, Brett Baird, I won't get down until they turn off the lights so nobody sees me
The
fall.
Leets.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
now who's been up all day? All right, back the other way comes Central PA. Bear for a long 3. Bottom of that, and Boykin. She hit from downtown.
She can shoot. She said her most outstanding thing was getting
Now
to
we've got to do the MVP
the
while we talk here.
beating
Bernie.
Bellwood to go to the District 6 final as a junior. That was Bria Bear's most.
And who hit that 3? Oh, I got my answer. Harley McGurk for 3. As now we've got to do 2 things at once here. I don't know if we can do that. As Gingrich nails a 3.
Gingrich for
And
3.
They have now 95-67. Long three-pointer is missed. Back the other way comes Central PA.
Personal fouls on Jayla Woodward.
I got my collector over here.
Will be at the line shooting
He got mine, so we're good. I'm talking to everybody now. I lost complete track of the game now. As we have
Well, Rich, they
Muha
can
at the
see it
line
on
for
TV.
two.
People know what's going on.
Yeah, they don't need me. Muha hits the free throw, and Bernie, they're at 96. So they've got a shot at 100 here with 1:01 to go. Second free throw is good, 97-61. So Central PA really flexed their muscles in the second half. Down low, Worthing drives for the basket, missed, but she'll get two. But Bernie, it was 44-42 at halftime.
Well, they have a lot of scores, a lot of kids that can put the ball in the basket.
at the line shooting 2.
Lydia Worthing from Bellwood-Annis will get two here in the waning seconds.
Hey, you know what's interesting, Rich? We should say this, that when it first started in 1984 to 2005, it was Blair County and Cambria County, but they expanded it to Center County, Huntington, Bedford, Clearfield, Indiana, Mifflin County, and Somerset. And again, a lot more to choose from, and it's quite a task for Blair County.
Sardone tries for the 100-point mark and doesn't get it, and Worthing rebounds. They may fall short. Here comes Adams with it for Blair, up ahead to McGurk. McGurk drives to the bucket, puts up a high shot and hits.
Basket by McGurk.
She's got 7 points in the quarter, and now Central PA will again try for 100 with 25 seconds. Sardone for the one, and she got it. There it is, 101 points for Central PA. And Bernie, I don't know if the girls have ever done that before.
I don't know that either, Rich, but she can put the ball in the basket too. Great form.
Adams drives down, her shot knocked away, and we have that information here, and I got to look it up with just 10 and a half seconds to go, but I don't know if the girls have ever hit 100. I know we have the scores somewhere. Well, that's going to be the end of the game, as driving down and getting the last basket will be Belle Bosch, and Central PA with a most impressive win here tonight, 103-70. Should be 71. Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to have the announcement of our MVP, and then Bernie and I will wrap things up. It should be 71. They shorted Blair a point. It should be 103-71.
So that
I think
means
that's
you're
what
right,
they're
Rich?
checking. Of course I'm right. Why would you think otherwise?
Well, I've known you.
Well, that's true. All right, we're going to have the announcement of our MVPs for both the Blair and Central PA squads. A 29-point fourth quarter. They had 58 points in the second half, Bernie, so great showing by Central PA. And now we're just waiting for the announcement as the votes are tallied. So Bernie, Central PA with a strong second half. It was a 2-point game at halftime, but boy, did they flex their muscles in the second half.
Here's a question for you. Was it 58 or 59 points in the second half?
I have 29 for each quarter, so that's 58.
Well,
I think they gave Central PA one extra. Well, they took it off the board now,
They
so
had 44
it really
at half-
doesn't matter.
44 at halftime, Rich.
And 44 and 58 would be 102. I missed one somewhere. It doesn't matter. We're waiting for the results of our MVP votes, and I'm looking up to see.
In today's game, Marissa Gingrich set a record of assists in one game. She had 9.
Well, congratulations to Marissa Gingrich with a new assist record.
At this time, from Blair County All-Stars, the most outstanding player for Blair County today was Sydney Lear.
Well, I think Bernie and I agreed on that one, didn't we?
I think we did.
The winning team, the most outstanding player was Macy Sardone, scoring 15 points from Homer Center High School.
Well, Macy Sardone gets the MVP from Central PA. And Bernie, I just looked it up. First time ever that any girls team has gone over 100 points in this classic. So hats off to Central PA. They were given 103. And that actually tops 94 from last year, 96 from 2014.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rich, congratulations to Macy. She certainly deserved it. And I'll tell you, when you talk about hustle, you look up hustle in the dictionary, you see Sydney Lear's picture. I mean, she just gave it her all, that's for sure.
Well, there they are, the two MVPs, and that'll wrap up our coverage of the girls' version of the Mirror All-Star Classic. And Bernie, thanks a lot for coming by again, and hopefully we'll do this again next year.
Rich?